Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Today, I got a tour model of an old Yamaha EX 97. Stay tuned. Guys, are you a racket stringer? Do you want to make a little extra cash? Because there's people in your neighborhood looking for string jobs. You need to join Direct Tennis. Direct Tennis is your one-stop shop for all your tennis needs. And if you are a stringer, you need to join their global network. For $2.99, you can be part of Direct Tennis. Click on the link below and get your stringing going. All right, guys, so Japan thrift stores have a lot of unique and rare stuff that I love buying. I know, why does this guy, namely me, always doing Yamahas when he goes to Japan? Well, because I like Yamahas. For those of you who have never tried a Yamaha before, try one. Let me know what you think. They don't cost that much. And tell me what you think of the feel, what you think of the play. If you grew up in my generation, which is the 80s and the 90s, you'll know what I mean. If you grew up after that, give it a shot. What's 20 or 30 bucks in a great racket, in my opinion? Well, today I have a Yamaha Secret EX in the Tour model. This is a 97 square inch head, constant beam. Now, this racket was pretty messed up when I got it. The grip was falling apart. The strings were like 20 years old, if not more. So I restrung it, and I'm going to show you. Oh, this is a 4 1/4. So the last time this thing was strung was from Lafino, a place called Lafino, and it was strung with micro 16. My guess is that's micro sheep by Tolson, is my guess. Strung by somebody named Ada at 65 pounds. And I don't know that year. It says, yeah, I don't understand what they're trying to write there. It looks like, I don't know. I'll show you. Maybe you guys can decipher it. That year, I can't tell. Okay, 65 pounds. Usually back in the day, 60 was pretty normal for this. 58, 55 minimum was what people strung these at. 65, definitely in the ballpark for what people like this racket at. I cut out the micro that it had, and I put in confidential, 52. And obviously, polyesters were not around during this time frame of the racket, so it'll be interesting how poly feels in like an old time racket. With the confidential in, with the new grip in, this is 12 ounces all in, just like this. So 12 ounces all in, which is 340 grams. And the balance is 319. Swing weight, 329. Yeah, I could feel the weight in the head, which is why I love these. So these rackets specifically, they feel like there's weight, but it feels like evenly distributed weight. It's not super head light. It's not super head heavy. It feels like there's just like a one piece coming through, not disjointed like some of the rackets that are made today. All right, so let's take it out, give it a try, and see if I can bring back some old time memories with the feel of the racket with some new time feel with the Confidential. Stay tuned. All right, Coach Chris and I just got off the court with the EX97 Tour model. In America, they call this the Secret EX.
Huh? Why is it a secret?
I don't know. And then for some reason, the Japanese don't like to use the word secret. In a bunch of models, they call it proto.
Okay.
You know?
Prototype?
Yeah, but so everything's a proto. Proto 03, proto whatever.
Prototype.
Do you know why they would do that?
Because
they don't like the word secret?
Yeah.
There's no secrets in Japan?
No secrets.
There's no secrets in Japan. Everybody's just like, everything.
What?
Keeping it to himself.
What?
Just, no, man. That's not how the Japanese work. They cool that way. Anyways, what did you think of the EX97 Tour model?
Okay.
Just to give you a little background.
Yeah.
This racket is about your age.
Okay. I actually liked it. This mid-size racket, out of all the Yamaha rackets that you let me try, this one feels like a racket I would be willing to play with. So it's got good power, good control, good plow through. Definitely maneuverable too as well when you want to get spin, which is surprising because when I think Yamaha, I didn't really think that they would be able to develop a racket that can handle all that. But whatever they're doing in this line, I don't know why they couldn't continue, because this racket, you would be able to play with it. Now, I do get it. It does feel a little bit more like, what's the word? Like the graphite doesn't feel as plushy, but it's an old racket. So, but if they continued making rackets like this, I think it'd be popular just as like, Wilson's rackets, but they don't make rackets anymore.
It's unfortunate because yes, they're no longer in business. It's been almost 25 years, I think, since they've left the market. But like they did affect me because I used to play with rackets just like this and I love them. Yeah. Did you notice one thing?
Like the color too, yeah.
When you hit the racket right, you got great feedback.
Yeah.
You knew, right? When you hit it right. When you hit it wrong, it still gave you a little something and got it over. Yeah. But when you hit it right, there's no better feeling.
It's good. I think, if they were able to adjust maybe the sweet spot a little bit more, but I thought for what it is and how old it is too, like this is a good playable racket. I'm surprised not that many pros would play with it, but
yeah. You probably don't know the name Gabriella Sabatini.
Nope.
Yeah.
Who's that?
She was a tennis player. Western on both sides.
She played with Yamaha?
Yeah. One-handed backhand on a extreme Western.
Wow.
Forehand extreme Western.
Okay.
Like everything was loop.
I feel like these would be comparable to some of the head rackets that you're out there, that you got right now. I don't know.
Like a Speed. Actually.
Yeah, kind of like a Speed. Yeah.
A little more plow in this one though.
Yeah.
But guys, I love these rackets. Whenever I go over there, I make sure that I look for these in all the thrift stores. So I don't want you guys getting any ideas and buying them all, so I can't get none. But I mean, this was $25-30.
Okay.
Something like that.
Nice.
It was, I mean, when I found this, I was like, that's mine. I'm taking it. I think we tried a racket very similar to this about a year ago when I came back from Japan, and you said you would play with it if they still made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had some good rackets.
Yeah.
Let's go, Yamaha.
Yeah. Can Yamaha come back into business, please?
Yeah. Let's go.
Singapore. Anyways, Coach Chris, thank you for doing the Yamaha test with me with the EX97 Tour model. Where can I find you?
CB Chen Tennis.
And
that's
it. Guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.